Good day, viewers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your presenter, Mr. Mlenga. So today, I want us to look at an introduction to integration. Okay, we are looking at an introduction to integration. So before you understand what integration is, you have to understand what differentiation is. Okay, so we say integration is the opposite process of what? Differentiation, or we can say it's the reverse process of differentiation. Okay, so what does it mean? Let's first look at how we can differentiate a function, then we move on to integration, the opposite of differentiation. So for instance, if you are given a function y is equal to 6x squared plus 4x plus 3, you are given this function. All right, now they ask you to differentiate this function. They ask you to find dy dx. Okay, they ask you to find dy dx. Okay, in other words, you differentiate this function. So when you are differentiating a function, the rules are, you can see here, this variable x is having a power of 2. Okay, then this variable x right here on the middle is having a power of 1. Now look at the coefficient. This x squared, the coefficient is 6. This x raised to the power of 1, the coefficient is 4. Then we have a constant value there, which is 3. Okay, so when you are when you are differentiating a function like this, the principle is these two, the power will be multiplied with the coefficient of x with the highest power, which is 2 in this case. So you have 6 times 2, okay, then x to the power 2. So what happens to this power? It's going to be reduced by a 1, okay, then plus this one, the coefficient of this x is a 4. So 4 times, what is the power of this x? It's a 1. So it's 4 times 1, okay, and then x. This one will be reduced by a 1, okay. Now when it comes to this function, this constant, which is 3, is not going to change, okay. So the differentiation of a constant value, it's 0. So this one, it will be plus what? 0. Okay, so when you are differentiating this constant value, it will be a 0. Now from there, what are we going to have? We are going to have dy dx is equal to, so when you multiply 6 times 2, you get 12. X 2 minus 1, it's 1. So you are not going to indicate that x to the power 1. You know that this x raised to the power of 1. Plus 4 times 1, it's a 4. Alright, then x 1 minus 1, it's 0. So plus, don't include this, plus 0. Okay, now from here we are going to say dy dx is equal to 12x plus, now here x is raised to the power of 0, okay, and any number raised to the power of 0, it's a 1. So this simply means that 4 times this one, which will give us a what? A 4. So this is our answer. Okay, this answer is differentiated. Okay, this answer is differentiated. Now we are saying integration is the reverse process of what? Differentiation. Let's see what it means. Okay, let's see what it means. All right, so now here we are given something like this, a function. Okay, so this function, they will ask you to find the integral of this function, okay, like this, then the x. So now to find the integral of this function, this symbol that you are seeing, this symbol, it means integral. Okay, so it means to integrate, to find the reverse process of differentiation. Now when you are integrating, there is a certain principle that you must follow. We are saying this is the reverse process of what? Differentiation. So when it comes to integration, here where you have the power, remember under differentiation we were subtracting by 1, but when it comes to integration, you are supposed to add by 1, then you divide with the power. Okay, so what are we talking about? To integrate this, it's going to be like this. You will say 6x. I've said these two will be added by 1, then divided by this power, which is 2 plus 1. Okay, the principle of integration here. Then plus this 4, okay, x, meaning this x is raised to the power of 1. So 1 plus 1, again over the same power, 1 plus 1. All right, plus, now here we have this constant term, constant value, which is a 3. If you recall, when you are differentiating a constant value, it's equal to what? To 0. But when you are integrating this constant value, you are going to integrate this constant value with respect to x, because that's what you are integrating. So this 3 will become 3x. Okay, then plus, again here we are going to have the arbitrary constant. Okay, so plus here we are going to indicate c. This c is called the arbitrary constant, and an integration with the arbitrary constant is called the indefinite integrals. So when you are integrating functions, don't forget that you're supposed to put the plus c, which is the arbitrary constant, which can take any form of value. Okay, so from here, let's see what you are going to get. Okay, so 6x, 2 plus 1 is a 3 over 3, plus here 4x to the power 2, because 1 plus 1 is 2, again over 2, plus 3x, then plus what? C. So from here, what are we going to do? We can cancel. This 3 can go into 6. 3 here 1, 3 there 2. So you get something like this, 2x cubed, okay, plus 2 here 1, 2 here 2. So get 2x squared plus 3x plus c. Have you seen? So this is our answer. We have integrated this function. I'm sure now you can see the difference. You can see the difference with the one that we differentiated and with this one that we have integrated. So here where there is c, there's supposed to be a value, and that value you can find it depending with the conditions of the question. Okay, so integration is the reverse process of what? Differentiation. So take note of that. Okay, so here I've talked about also the type of integration that is called indefinite. This we have this indefinite integration, which you require this arbitrary what? Constant. Okay, so let's see now how we can integrate indefinite what? Integrals, where we are going to be applying the arbitrary constant as well. All right, so I hope we have understood what integration is. Okay, we have said integration is the reverse process of what? Differentiation. Okay, now we've different type of integration. Okay, we've got the integration that consists of the arbitrary constant, and this integration is called the indefinite what? Integrals. So these indefinite integrals, when you integrate them, you have to include the arbitrary constant, and the arbitrary constant can take any form of any value. Okay, so let us look at these examples. Calculate the antiderivative. So the antiderivative simply means the reverse process of integration, differentiation, which is what? Integration. So number 1, integral of 3x squared dx. So we are going to integrate this function 3x squared with respect to what? To x. Okay, so this is the indefinite integral. So we're supposed to include the arbitrary constant. So how can we integrate this? So we write the question here. We are integrating this function 3x squared dx. That's what we are integrating also. So if you remember the rules, we said this power 2, okay, is going to be added by 1. Then we divide this function by the power. Okay, so we say 3x, the power 2 will be added by 1 over the same power, which is 2 plus 1, then plus c. Okay, why are we adding c? This is an indefinite what? Integral. So there is need for us to put the arbitrary constant there. Okay, so from here we are going to have what? When you add the power 2 plus 1, what are you getting? You definitely get a 3. So you write 3x to the power 3 over 3 plus c. So from here, what will be our final answer? You can cancel this and this. You remain with x raised to the power of 3 plus c. So this is our answer. We have integrated this function right here. So I do hope that you are following. We are moving together. We are now going to look at another example. Okay? All right, we are done looking at the first question under the examples. We are now coming to question 2. When we are done, we move on to question what? 3. Okay, so integrate 3x minus 4. Okay, so we are integrating this function with respect to what? To x. So how can we integrate this? So I hope that we understand the basic principles and rules that we need to follow when integrating the indefinite integrals. Okay, so from here what you are going to do is this you write 3x. This x is having a power of 1, so it will be 1 plus 1, okay, over 1 plus 1. That's what we have said. Minus, this is a constant value, okay, so when you are integrating this one, it will be 4x, then plus what? C, which is the arbitrary constant. So from here we're going to get something like this. 3x here, 1 plus 1 is a 2 over 2 minus 4x plus what? C. So this is our answer. Okay, so here 2 can go into 3, but it will give us a remainder. So it's better that we leave our answer at this stage. All right, so I hope that you are following. We have answered this question 2. We now move on to question what? 3, where they want you to integrate this function, which is x squared minus 4x plus 5, okay, with respect to what? To x. So how can you integrate this? I'm sure by now we are getting something. Okay, so here we'll do this. We'll say x, so this power 2 will be added with a 1. Again, we divide this term by the power 2 plus 1 minus 4x. This x is having a power of 1, so again plus 1 over this same one, which is 1 plus 1. Okay, then plus, remember this 5 is a constant what? Term. So this constant term, when you integrate this, it will be 5x. Then plus what? C, the arbitrary constant. So I do hope that we are moving together there. Okay, so what's next from there? Let's just add the powers. So get something like this. X 2 plus 1, it's 3, again here over 3, minus 4x to the power 2, again over 2, plus 5x plus c. Okay, so from here we write x power 3 over 3 minus 2 here 1, 2 here 2, so 2x squared plus 5x plus c. Okay, so that is our answer. Okay, so we have integrated that function. So just to ensure that if you are clear, I'll write the questions on the board. So during your own free time, you are free to go through them, try to integrate and see the answer that you are going to get.